Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome back to another episode of my Forever Stranded Lost Souls playthrough. Today we've got a bunch of little things to cover. So first things first, I talked about last time using up some of that pigment hide. I went through the process of figuring out exactly what to do with it. We'll take a look at all that here in just a minute. That looks nice, doesn't it? Got some decorations going down here. Or at least I got the walls kind of a little less mono. You know, got to put some pillars in with the chisel and finished up the ceiling down here, so it's well lit, and I think it looks decent. I'm not sure I could have done. I probably could have done a little bit better on the texture, mixing up and stuff like that, but it looks okay. I think it looks okay, and it's very well lit. I like that. So right over here, we had to make this iron cauldron from primal core. I think we kind of briefly discussed all of how this works, but in order to get the tannin that's in there, you can see that right now there's tannin in there. We had to make some resin, some ground resin. Or is it resin? Yeah, rosin, depending on how you say it. This stuff right here, ground resin. You do that with some rocks. You can also use the netherrack rocks and either some bark. There's any of the bark that's in the pack, and a stone basin. That's just some stone, not too hard. Make up some of that. I bucketed some water into here. Just use a bucket, brought down 4 buckets of water, and it has to be over heat source, so I just put it right beside this one. And there is a heat source down there. There's our eternal fire that's on the netherrack below there. And you can see that right now it's putting out some puffs of white steam right now. That is because I think maybe, do we have stuff in there? Anyway, there's this tool right here that'll tell us. We got this thing right here. Is a ladle. It can be made a number of ways. There's a few different ladles, and they can and it's basically just 2 sticks. L-A-D-D ladle? No, L-A-D-E-L, something like that. L-A-D-L-E. How about that? There we go. 3 of them, 3 versions of them. The ironwood, the Coraphia, and the lacquered Coraphia. I didn't even know you could do lacquered. That's interesting. So how was that ground Urshan? Yeah, we'll worry about that maybe at another time. Doesn't matter because this one works, and it does tell you right in there to sneak click on the sides to see the contents, and sneak click on the top to retrieve the items. So if I click on the side, oh, I made slag. That's a bummer. That is because I left my leather in way too long. So you do gotta kind of pay attention to what's going on with this thing. Can't just like throw stuff in it and walk away. So I have thrown some dried, yes, dried, and I have some drying here. I have some salted hide drying on these drying racks. These drying racks, can I do that? No, I can't, but I can look it up in NEI. They're a little bit complicated, but nothing too difficult for us to do at this point. We just need some kind of cord or fiber, some pins, which is just to cut a stick in half. Gives you a couple pins, and then these oak slats are just a bunch of sticks to do that. So that was not too difficult, really. So I just made some oak ones, and then the guide that I was watching suggested that if you put them on top of sand, they work slightly faster. So I brought them down here, put a couple bits of sand down under the at the floor level down there, and we're doing them down here. So once you tan them, you get a tanned hide, and then after they come out of the cauldron, after being tanned, that is, you got to dry the salted one. The dried one goes in the cauldron with the tannin, and then the tanned ones, once you fish them out with the ladle, come back over and go on a drying rack, and then they got to dry some more, and then you finally end up with pigment leather. Yes, I can use this for leather. It's a very complicated process. It's probably not really worth the time and effort to go into it, but I thought it was a kind of cool, just a neat mechanic, so I wanted to experiment with it and see how hard it was to make it work. Back to getting that tannin that's in there right now. I made that rosin, put 4 buckets in there with 12 pieces of rosin, the ground rosin, or resin, depending on how you like to say it, and that turns into tannin. It does take a while, so you got to be patient about it. It does take a little while to work. In fact, But yeah, if you leave things in there too long, it does turn into slag. So we got this stuff, and I guess this probably has a special use too. Mortar, oh, for making mortar. Okay, now we know how to make mortar. But that's not super important in this pack, so we're just gonna move on. I just wanted to show you that I did figure it out, and it's a little bit of a several step process. So we'll put that stuff away. Yeah, that's that process. Now, next thing I wanted to talk about was coming back here. We're going to look at the outcome of the little kiln and stuff back here. I tried to make this a bit decorative. I also moved the super hempinator right to the very corner of the room. It's still working. I did make some more hemp earlier, and you can see that I ground that up, just threw that in here in order to get a bunch of string. So we got a bunch of hemp fiber for whenever we want to go ahead and make some other things out of that, but it can wait here in the thing. But the other thing I've been doing is I've been grinding up netherrack, tons and tons of netherrack. I'm going to show you quickly the process of this. If we look over here in the cauldron, you can see that I have a bunch of soul forged steel, and my diamond ingots have cooked up. We're going to grab those out. My diamond ingots have cooked up that I threw in there at the end of the last episode. So I've got a stack of soul forged steel, but I'm going to probably want some more, maybe, for other things. There's a lot of things that this is used for, but I want to show you quickly just how to make it. You take these urns that we cook, and you see right back here in this corner, this is actually where we're going to put our start putting our stuff to cook. And in fact, I did like these planters, so I made a second one, and we're growing some hemp in there because I think it looks like an office plant or something you would find in, you know, at the entrance to an office of a factory or something like that, and I thought it looked good there, so we did that. But I just wanted to grab some clay real quick. I can't remember if I have some in here. I could have swore I made some clay. I probably turned it all into unfired porcelain, and the reason I did that was just to make this thing right here, the crucible. I had the quest open still. This is really simple. Just a matter of doing the porcelain in a crucible. Yeah, crucible pattern. Where to go? It's in here. Yeah, just like this. You make that. You get one of the unfired ones. Then you cook it in an oven to. That gives you a different thing. Interesting. Then you cook it in an oven to, you know, this thing. Forge, furnace. There we go. We'll get the right word here. Words are thing today. Cook it there, gives you the fired version, and that was to complete the quest. And then I went ahead and set that up. I'm gonna do some more setting it up out here to give us a great big lava supply for right here for our seared tank. I'll probably put a bucket of lava directly underneath that, so that will heat that up, and then I'll put a hopper on top feeding it netherrack or whatever is an efficient method of getting lava. Probably netherrack, I would think. Put some netherrack into there, and that'll turn into lava, and then of course I can use some duct. And you can see that I made some hardened duct, and the reason I made the hardened duct, and I used the lead because the clear requires hardened glass, and I don't have the machinery to make hard glass, but I can make the opaque version with just a lead ingot and a couple of Invar ingots. The reason for that was because I was pouring out hot metals through my low temperature duct, and it blew up. Boop. Lost a tiny bit of metal, and I don't even think I was around, so it ended up, I think I ended up despawning the servo or blowing up the servo. Regardless, I needed to switch over to something that could handle the hot metal, so we went with a hardened opaque duct there. So I shouldn't have no more problems with that. I just won't be able to see when there's something in it. That might also be good for the lighting issues that lighting lag issues that we currently have occasionally. What was I? Came in here to check on something, to craft something. Maybe? No, I don't know. Anyway, there was some things that was brought to my attention that I wasn't doing quite right. So we want to fix that. And it's not the bow limb. I do want to eventually use that for something, but I want to grab this binding out of here. Because we're going to throw that binding in there, and we're going to switch the binding out on our pick, probably our shovel, and probably our axe too. Yeah, I think we want to change the binding out on all these. I can't remember exactly what I did use for the binding. Oh, I think I used electrum, which is okay, but really wanted to use is copper. And I didn't get the comment at first. I didn't understand it, but then Knocked Flame actually explained it to me exactly. And the reason you want to use copper is because it gives you an enhancement on your tools called well traveled or well experienced, or well, hang on, we'll see it here in just a second. I know I'm saying it wrong, but basically it's going to eliminate the need to go. I mean, I went out and I mined a bunch more salt. I did a bunch more looking for coal and things like that to get some experience, you know, because now look, check this out, I can use my yo-yo. We got a bunch of levels, but I was doing it the hard way. Ooh, yo. I don't have anything to fight right now, but we're gonna do that here in a little bit. So get the copper there. We're gonna pour out some bindings, and that's gonna give us the ability to gain experience no matter what we're mining up or chopping down or digging up, because we're putting it on each of our tools here. Oops, we can remelt that one. So first of all, we're going to throw it on here, one on there. So there we go, there it is. It's well established. That buff right there is super good for this pack because it's going to allow you to gain experience no matter what you're breaking with your tool, no matter how you're using your tool. Let me just grab that one and throw it back in there. I don't need that right now. And you know what? It wouldn't maybe not even be a bad idea to do my axle on my yo-yo before we go running off and playing with it. Because I don't think the Electrum's really going to do me a ton of good on there. So let's do one more. Get an axle for our yo-yo, switch that out, and then maybe we can even get a little bit more experience for killing things with the yo-yo. Ooh, yo. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. But now that I have, we're gonna walk away from that for a second. Hopefully, I won't forget here in a minute. And we'll come back to the steel here in a second. But I just want to show you this real quick. I'm getting ready to clear out this big area back here in order to make some dirt, and I'm gonna get some grass, and we're gonna make this like a little park area place to just kind of maybe hang out, plant some things. But look at that! I gained experience from just breaking that stuff. Isn't that nice? Ooh, whoa! Kind of don't want to get myself killed by lava. Wow, that came really close to my feet while I'm trying to craft here. Come on, lava, leave me be. Can't you see I'm working here? I'm working here. Yeah. Got to be careful about that. But we're going to clear this out back here, and then this is going to turn into a grassy area. The other thing I want to do back here in the future grassy area is we'll probably set it up to do some Botania. So we'll do our Botania work back here. But yeah, there we go. Now I can just dig anything, practically anything that I want to dig, and get experience while doing it. So yeah, that was a great tip. Knocked Flame explained it to me today while we're testing one of his packs, his upcoming magic pack. We were giving that some tests, and we got to talking about it because it also has the skillable mod in it. And wow, yeah, that is just like a super great way to get experience. So you want to make sure you have a piece of copper, some kind of copper part, either the rod or the binding, in all of your tools, your tinker tools, if you need the experience. And in a pack where experience is a currency to proceed, super good idea to do that. So thank you so much, Knocked, for that tip. Now I should have got it the other day when he mentioned it in a comment, but I didn't catch what he was saying exactly. So then yeah, today he really explained it to me. Anyway, let's get on with some more crafting here, because there was some other quests that I wanted to complete that we can do. There we go. Get some hammers. That's going to complete the hammer, and since we did 9 of those, we can go right into a diamond compressed hammer. Yay. And we can just, you know, hang that up because we're not going to use it right this second. I just want to get a bunch of quests complete as much as possible before we head back out to do some more, to do some exploring and stuff. But before we do that, I did want to explain the process of soul steel, because it's really not too bad, and it is necessary. You to do a lot of it. I did just a little bit of the manufacturing of these consecrated hellfires, and this stuff is super useful in the induction smelter, so you're going to need a lot of this. So, and while you're making it, you might as well get the soul forged steel, because that's also useful for some various things. Now the other thing I'd like to do, but I just don't have the tech, is I'd like to have some kind of auto placer. If we look at placer, that's under actually additions, and we're not ready for that. Not today anyway. So, but eventually I want to have an auto placer that will place these, and some sort of method of automatically dropping the netherrack onto the top. Now you want to drop exactly 8, just like that, because that way it fills the urn, and when the urn becomes full, it pops off of there automatically. You can see it laying down in there. Pops off of there automatically. So it wouldn't be too hard with an automatic placer and some method of collection. We've got that thing right there, method of collection. That's one method of collection. I might switch that, by the way. In fact, well, the problem is I don't want it to. Well, I could do it so that it. No. I'm thinking no. I'm not going to change it. At least not right now. I could switch it to an item collector from random things, because that might give me a bigger radius. But I don't want the netherrack that I'm dropping in here to get picked up by the collection device. So that's a thing. Oh, and the other reason I walked in there a little bit ago was to grab some clay. So I'm going to show you how the kiln worked here. Because back here I have 2 spots. You see these 2 open spots? That is where I can still cook stuff that's made out of clay. So now that I have these soul urns, I throw them in there. Of course, I need some sort of ground coal, or coal is probably the easiest thing. Let me get a stack of that. In fact, grab that. Put those away. What was I getting right? The easy thing to do here. Haha. I need the grind of coal. Oh yeah, I came in here to get clay. I keep forgetting to get the clay. Do I have any dust? No, I have sand. Let's just grab 9 sand here real quick and get us some more clay so I can demonstrate. Compress that. Maybe we'll use up the stone one. That way once it's gone, it's gone. I don't have to use the stone one again for quite a while, because that diamond one's going to last. And then I have an iron one that I also made off camera. Nothing special about that, so I didn't figure it needed to be on camera. But come in here, get our clay. Clay blocks. Make a couple more of those planters, because those are pretty nice. Also a way that you can plant trees. And you can fertilize them with a little bit of bone, which is what those ones are. Those have actually been fertilized. We might want to go ahead and just cook up a few, or well, sculpt up a few more planters. There we go, one. Let's get another one. We'll just put the extra clay in there for now. There we go, get another planter. And now I can bring the, I gotta watch that saw, it's dangerous. We can go over there, and we can cook these up on the back side. It's kind of a weird little glitch because of the way they tick, but yeah, they're both cooking. There they go. And now we got 2 cooked planters. So there's a couple. There's many ways that you can configure these kilns. Basically, it just requires 1 block over top of fire, and then 3 more blocks in any of the, say this is the actual kiln block, like right there where the planter is. It just has to have bricks on 3 of its sides. It doesn't have to have, it can be like the way that I had it before, or it can be like this way, or I think there's a couple other ways you can configure it. But yeah, it just has to have brick on basically 4 sides of it, including the bottom. The bottom is required. So let's drop our experience in there. But now that we got some of this ground hellfire, that goes, of course, goes over to this cauldron over here to be cooked up into more consecrated hellfire. Concentrated, or I think it says concentrated. Because it does take 8 of those to cook down into 1 ingot. So that is going all the time. And I'm just going to drop those back in there. And you know what? Maybe these could be like right outside this door here. That might not be bad. We can put them right there, and we'll plant some more of those. Maybe some flowers or something in those instead. But anyway, let me drop this back off because we don't need that much of this stuff. We're done with them. I'm done showing any of that for now. The other thing that you do have to have is some ground coal. So we just grind up some coal in our millstone. As soon as that comes out, I can throw that in the crucible with some iron ingots. I don't know if I have that much iron ingots right now. Let's check in here real quick. Do I have any iron in here? No. I'm a little bit low on iron. I need to set up some automatic sieving. But yeah, very low. In fact, yeah, maybe I need to make that a priority. Some of those auto sieves, because I haven't done any of the auto sieves yet. And I probably should set that up, and maybe down here, like over on this side or something, we can set up a string of automatic resource generation and gathering, and you know, that way it's just basically always happening for us, and whenever we want to make some metal, we can just come down and grab it. So the iron is in there, and now we throw the coal dust in there, and you can see the crucible starts to go to work, and that's going to create some more of our soul forged steel ingots. Now we can take some of those soul forged steel ingots and craft that into the main crafting device. I believe is gives you like a special crafting grid right here, the soul forged anvil. Let's go ahead and put that out by the kiln and all this stuff. Yeah, it seems like a good appropriate place for it. In fact, why don't we put it yeah, right here in the center of this little area right there. How about like that? You know what? And before we do that, let's put our stuff down there. Yeah, I haven't switched out the floor yet for something different. I've been thinking maybe some kind of like brick, either like the yeah, some kind of brick. But now we can open that up and we see we actually have a 16 or a 4x4, which gives us 16 total places to put stuff in there. A different crafting grid. Pretty neat. Maybe we'll get into some more of that in a future episode, but I want to move away from that for now into some other stuff, specifically getting ready to do some power generation. Basically, really just want to get a lot of quests done and turn in a lot of quests today, and progress, and you know, get some things done. So there we go. We got all those ready to go. Oh, there's an ultimate compressed hammer. Oh, I know what that does. I don't want to do that because that actually is an add-on. It actually applies to a tinker's tool. So I don't really want to do that one right now. Maybe I'll do it in the future. That's a lot of diamonds. Maybe after I have my automatic sieving set up. In fact, maybe we should look at doing those real quick. Auto sieves. That's the compressed one. Auto hammer. That's diamond hammer. Looks like we would need at least some more diamonds. So like two ingots worth. So if I just did that, take these out. Let's get this one started because we're going to need that to complete these quests. Maybe we can clear this category of quests off the checklist. That would be nice. That would be nice. And I did say I wanted to do some exploring, but I don't think that's going to happen today. There's just too many like little crafty things that I want to get done around the place. And yeah, so we want to I want to try and clear a few of these. There's the auto sieve, which is blocks of iron. Of course, bunch of iron that I don't have. I've used up making soul forged steel. So what I think I'm going to have to do is just sieve a bunch of iron. Or a bunch of gravel. Yeah, you can see I've pretty much got nothing. I've cooked up all my metals. I've gotten a lot of other metals other than iron, sadly. The other thing, one of the other things I've done is I've got rid of the rice out of here, started planting some other plants in there. One of the things I would love to do today, hey, check this out, guys. Just all over the place today. This is one of the all over the place episodes. You can stack these stone storage chests 3 high. Isn't that nice? Look at all the nice extra storage I have over here. And I figure I could put 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those over here. 3 high. That's a ton of storage. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna run out of storage space. Now I just need a good way to organize them. And there's somebody said something about a Britannia item to help find things. The problem with that is I think you have to have that item in your hand. Of course, that's good if you're trying to put something away. Not so good if you don't have that item and you're looking for it. But there's some things we can do later on that might help with all that. So what are we doing? What are we doing next? I lost my train of thoughts here. So, oh yeah. I remember now. I wanted to get into, where is it at? This stuff right here, Infernium. I'm going to grab the Infernium and some seeds. They should be over here, just like the regular old seeds. There they are. Some Infernium and some seeds because we can get an Infernium seed going. In fact, we might want to have a couple of these. How many can we start out with? We can actually start out with 3, and that's going to get us more Infernium. But now we can come on back in over here and go ahead and plant our Infernium seeds there. Hopefully they'll grow in here okay. We'll get on into more of that. And then we may eventually move after we get that little area in the back there set up with all the dirt. We may go ahead and start farming back there as well. But I should be able to go ahead and grab that. Head back here real quick because in fact, let's grab some grass seeds. I should have some grass seeds that I sieved up somewhere. Maybe. Could have swear there was some grass seeds in here. No? Surely there's... Am I just not seeing them? Maybe? There they are. They just wasn't seeing them. There's some grass seeds. Cool. I have a couple of them. Good. That's going to work out. So we come back here and get at least some grass started to grow. Which is going to be important. Let's see. Let's remove these floaty bits here, and I want this to be about as wide as the rest of the work area, so I might stop like right here at that pillar looking portion of the wall there. But let's clear some more of this out. Getting that experience, you can see it works quite well. Alright, so getting our dirt back in hand. I'm going to go ahead and put it under the stairs there, just because I would like that to be filled in. And then we can bring some dirt out this way. Good thing for our bouncy shoes. And then we'll just come in this way as far as we can with our dirt, and that's where we ran out of dirt. So, okay, definitely gonna have to make some more dirt. I did turn the dirt manufacturing back on, but there we go. We can throw a piece of grass there, a piece of grass there, and hopefully that's gonna start spreading. And then once that spreads, we'll be able to do some tilling, get some worms. Oh, I guess I have to actually open these manually if I'm coming in this direction. Do some tilling, get some worms, maybe set up some farming back there, maybe a little bit of crop production. But the primary thing that I want to do to farm, I'm not really worried about like your standard crops, like this stuff. I just planted it for having it, because I'm sure that there's going to be some quests that's going to require that I have a bunch of food. But the main thing I want to farm is these things, the Infernium seeds. And to do that, we can, of course, I need more farming. That can be fixed real quick, because I'm pretty sure I have a little bit of experience in here. And of course all the digging that I'm going to be doing back there to get some stuff. And let's see here, dirt. Oop, I do want to leave that on. There's actually a bunch more dirt, another half of stack of dirt almost. But we can come in here and hopefully that should give us more farming. I need level 5. to do that. Get some more farming so that we can then eventually use our... Is that enough? Yes. Use our watering can. Now these are not the best watering cans, but they do work. It is super basic, but there we go. You can see that does look like it's going to work on the Infernium in here. And there we go. Growing some Infernium. So I'll be doing a bunch of this probably off camera just to build this Infernium up. And then we'll get into some mystical crops, hopefully, so that we can start eventually get some... I would prefer to do this rather than the whole... just because I haven't done it very much. Prefer to do that instead of the whole thing with things. Yeah, the auto sieves. There we go. There, still have it searched up. Auto sieves, auto hammer, auto sieve. In fact, I'm gonna have to do just a ton of sieving in order to get those blocks of iron and stuff like that. Either that or do some exploration. But oh yeah, and then there was one final thing that I wanted to address because somebody pointed it out to me again. Thanks to Noct. In fact, if we take and look at the gears, what is it? The gears. There's a gear recipe here. Is it this one? That if we look, maybe it goes into some smaller gear things. Supposedly, maybe. There's a lot of variations to this recipe. I think you're supposed to be able to use the corners. Is there another recipe for these? Maybe you can make... Oh, I see. I see what he was saying. That's how you do it. Okay, okay. So to get more gears, rather than do that recipe, once you have the saw, you come out and grab your slabs. Oh, I got... So I cut one oak wood plank. Then I'm down to the corner. I'm waiting for them to come out. Is that it? Is that all? I feel like I got more than I should have there, or not, or maybe not as many as I should have, or something. But anyway, I think I should have had 16 there, and maybe not. But then we do that. Oh, look at all these gears! Wow, yeah, that's a lot of gears out of one piece of wood. And there's all the gears I'll need probably for the rest of the playthrough. No. Actually, I might use those up. We'll see. But yeah, that was another thing that was pointed out to me. Like, if you really don't want to be wasteful of your wood, there's a ton. That's the better way to make your gears. So once you get to having the saw, there's your gear recipe. Well, yeah, that's a lot of gears. Okay, cool. Alright, moving right along. So either I sieve or I go on an adventure. I'm thinking... maybe we'll do a little bit of adventure in here at the end. In fact, let's put these seeds away. Oh, you know what the other thing the seeds are here. The other thing that I was thinking about doing was getting one more storage unit here to store all of the various seeds, but out here in the hallway. So if we remove that piece right there, we've got a 3 tall area right there in between there. I'm not sure, that might make it a little dark in here because I think that's our light source right back there. Not that it should matter because we got the torch, so even if it does get a little dark here, nothing should spawn. But if we go ahead and make a few more of these, in fact we're gonna need to make a bit more wood. Let's take that back out to the thing. And we'll grab ourselves some oak. Stack of oak. And the main reason I want to cut this up is because it gives you the sawdust and the bark, and those are useful for other things. So I'm not too concerned about the amount of wood that I have. I mean, I have plenty of wood. Wood's not an issue. If I just wanted to make the planks, but I want to get some of that sawdust and some of those that bark off of there for other crafting processes. in the future that I might want to do or might need to do. So there we go, that's all coming through. Let's just go ahead and cut these up so that we just don't have them sitting around. It's one less thing to keep, you know, one less inventory space to worry about. So there we go, now we'll grab some oak wood out of there. Head back in, we can finish up crafting some stone storage. Hopefully I have enough stone ready to go. I didn't even check that. Yeah, I think that'd be enough. But to start with, we've got to make 1, 2, 3 of those primitive style chests. Then 3 regular chests. Oop. 3. 3 please. And then surround that by stone. And I think we are short on stone for making the upgrades, because we do want to have the upgrades. So let's pull the glass out of there. I just made some glass because it's always good to have some glass around. And I probably should just go ahead and make another thing of stone down there. There we go. Cook that up. So that's going to cook up, and if we look at the stone storage upgrades, can't quite type stone storage upgrades. Yeah, we only have enough to do 1. Now, the nice thing is that we can do these in world, but right here is where I'm thinking about putting it. There we go. We've got 1 upgrade. And it looks like these are about maybe one more piece. 1 more piece of stone just in case, because we need 2 more of these. Perfect. To go ahead and upgrade these. And that then can be our storage of all of the infernium, and I will start storing my raw plants and things like that in there as well. So if I start doing like some of the Pam's crop. But really the only Pam's crop that I feel like you really need to worry about is this one right here, soybeans. And we have the soybeans. You know, so there's a bunch of quests that we can probably complete if we look, because I don't think I even touched on any of that. Yeah, I'm going to worry about these auto sieves and stuff later, because yeah, that's just not going to happen today. Maybe I'll even do these off camera if you guys don't mind. But we have all these to turn in, so we're going to get a bunch of rewards for that. How hard would this one to be? Green, that one I believe is actually just a matter of taking some bone meal and taking it back. Now I don't know if the red and yellow dye is that easy to get, other than you know just bone meal and what did I shoot, I gotta actually wait for the that's one thing I hate about the grass, and make sure you break those with the shovel. One thing I don't like about the grass, oh, you know what would probably help is if we brought our watering can back there and watered the grass. Maybe that would make it spread faster. So let's try that. Let's just try that as an experiment. You know, the other thing I kind of need to do is to actually craft one, because that is another quest that we could do. So watering can, these right here. So it's copper and a bucket. We might even have a spare bucket, but if not, there's my bucket. We definitely have the copper. And before we can move on to any of the other ones, we do have to craft one. Unfortunately, we got those ones that we have in as a quest reward, so they're not going to count for the crafting of it. Did it even count? It didn't even count. Or did it? Because we don't have other things open? Yes, thermal's not even open. This is one that I should really have progressed on. That kind of sucks. So I'll have to probably craft it again later. Do I not? Oh, I'm out of water too, because I turned it all into dirt. That's okay. This is just a quick experiment to see if this will spread this grass any faster. You know what might help? Didn't even think about it. We need to light this area up. I might need some light to make the grass spread. So for that, I'm going to go grab those mini torches if I can find them. If I remember what they're called, I think they're called mini torches. Probably, there they are right there. Tiny torches. Keep wanting to call them the wrong thing. It makes it hard for me to find them if I don't know the name. But there they are, tiny torches. Bring those out here. I'm going to put them right on those grass spots. And then we will try watering. See if that makes a difference. Yes, yes, there it goes. There goes the grass. Spreading like wildfire. Spread grass, please. Spread. There we go. Alright, now if we throw down some bone meal. Yeah, there we go. We got a yellow flower. Now I wish there was like an easy way to like really just remove the grass instead of having to like put dirt on fire. Actually, there is a way. There is an easy way. I just remembered. I could burn it. I could burn that grass. But for now, come on, give me a red one. Give me a red flower. Come on. Nope, it's not going to do it. But what I can do, I should check to see if there's another way to get the red dye. I'm thinking there might be, but plants. So we're going to start storing all these flowers and things that we got in there. This dandelion can go into the millstone, which will give us a little bit more red dye than regularly. And we can throw these crops in here as well. Crops, the extra infernium that we're going to start getting from all of that. And obviously we're going to start having inventory issues again. I'm really kind of sad that that watering can didn't count because I forgot to unlock the quests first, basically is what it amounts to, so my own fault. But the other one that should be pretty easy to do if we have some books. Do we have a book? How hard is it to make a book? It shouldn't be that difficult to make a book. We have these books, which I wonder if this one would work. I mean, we don't need that anymore, honestly. Can we use this book? We'll see. We shall see. That book plus a lever. Maybe. Because it is a normal book. Nope, just it don't count. It don't count as a normal book anymore because it's been enchanted. So we'll just have to get a absolute normal book somewhere. Oh, it's probably a written book. That's probably the difference between... Oh, look at more infernium. Nice. Keep that coming. We'll have to get a written book. Or, no, we'll have to get a normal book. Which, for that, we need paper. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's what I want. That's why I wanted to make a press. So, ooh, I have exactly 2 iron ingots left. So that might actually be good. Might be good. Oh, doesn't it require? Okay, hang on. Another presser. SS presser. There we go. This thing right here. It does require a bunch more iron. Ugh. Well, all right. I'm stuck needing to do a ton of sieving, and I don't want to do that during this episode, so I'll do it off camera. Let's clear our inventory. In fact, just clear it all into here, and we'll come back to it all later. Let's clear our inventory. Grab up our rewards, because we might get something like really good. So claim our loot chest. Claim our loot chest. Remember we did the hibachi. We can claim that. Oh, it gives another hibachi. I should have claimed that because I now have an extra hibachi. That gives me all that, looks like. Yeah. Claim that. Okay. Claim. More loot chests. Some clay. Oh no, I have to choose there. I would definitely choose the chest. Claim. That gives me both. Oh, more planners. Nice. And some white vases. Okay, cool. And I get a pick. Or I get all that. I think I get all that. Okay. There's going to be a bunch of stuff on the floor as soon as I get all that. Okay. Cool. And exit. And no, actually I had nothing on the floor because I managed to put everything away first. Good. Alright, let's put all these things away that we're not going to use right this second. And the hibachi and the chance cubes. Okay. I think it is time to do some loot chests. Okay. Not bad. Some iron leggings. Not nearly as good as my Not nearly as good as my emerald stuff, but moving right along. Some rainbow lamps, so kind of neat. I kind of like those. Another watering can, which I'm probably just going to throw in a pool of lava because I still have to craft another one and then upgrade it. Some energy laser relays. I have 2 of those already, so that's actually good. Some upgrades and some chests. That's usable. What is this? A tier 3 chance pendant. Increases the chance of chance cubes by 50% when the block is broken. Only needs to be in the player's inventory to work. Note this is not a percent. It's not a percentage increase. Interesting. I wonder what that does specifically, but yeah, maybe now's the time at the end of this episode to do some of those chance cubes. There we go, some more food. I'll go in our food. Oh, look at all the food. All the food. Okay, well, that goes over here. Put some of that away. Yeah, this might be the time to do actually those chance cubes. And where did those rainbow lamps go? Because that's something that can go in that back chest. I want to try to make this one my food and mob drop chest and things. So, actually, I should make this one my food, but it seems to be accumulating all of the other stuff. What more food on the ground there? Cool. That'll be good when I go on an adventure. So let's throw that stuff in there. Actually, that goes in the other one over here. Right back here. There we go. That goes in there. And then I want to hold on to that because I'm about to use that, but those can go in there because I'm not sure what they are just yet, and we'll be using them later, I'm sure. Okay. Alright, a few more chests to open. Oh, nice. Another mega torch. That's actually not bad at all. Could use that. Some more chance cubes and some prosperity shards. That's excellent. And another watering can. And finally some compact giant. Wow, okay. Compact giant chance cubes. Okay. So we've got a lot of chance cubes and stuff to go through. So let's push our luck at the end of this episode. So we got our chance dodecahedrons, we've got our compact giant chance cubes. I'm going to toss that one in there, that can go in there. The prosperity shards can even go in there for the time being. And these other fish can go back over here. There we go. Dried fish. Alright, I think we're looking pretty good. Yeah, the only thing to do now is go find a place to open these that's not going to be so terrible. If they go bad, and a place that I can run away. So, the last time I opened any of these things, things went pretty horribly wrong. I got a lot of them to open here, so... Ooh, something else to do before the end of this episode is to make a bag of some sort. That was the other thing I wanted to really do, because I have needed that in my explorations and grinding and stuff. So a bag or a backpack. And there's this one, the Traveler's Bag from Actual Editions. Looks like it wouldn't be too difficult, except I don't have any void crystals, do I? Ooh, okay. Yep, that's going to require an atomic reconstructor. Don't have that. Otherwise, how about the sack of holding? That's actually not too bad. Sack of storage. Can do that one? Yes, we can. There we go, get us a sack of storage. That way we got a bunch of place to put stuff when we're out adventuring and mining and all that other fun stuff that we like to do out and do. Yes, this is going to be kind of important. And since we're going back out and I didn't get to the portion where I make a better bow, I'm just going back to electrum bow that I currently already have. So. Alright, let's go push our luck. Let's go find a place. Let's head off this direction. We want a some place where we're not going to get like disturbed too much by the fauna, and well, some place that we can run if it looks like it's going to go bad. This is probably far enough away. Probably. This spot looks good enough in case there's an explosion or whatever. So let's start with the compact giant ones, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. We shall do that. We got our yo-yo just in case we have to fight something. Ready to go. And our bow. So if it's gassed. I didn't bring very many arrows though. Dang it. Okay. Alright, let's... That always scares me. That noise. Okay, let's start with this guy. Let's get right at the very edge. Ugh, what the heck is that? What is that? What is that? Snow. That was unexpected. But we got snow. If we needed snow. Oh, and glass. Oh, look at all the glass. We made a snow globe. It turned it into a giant snow globe, I think. Okay. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Yo-yo it. Oh, here we go. Here's a perfect there we go. Got to use the yo-yo. Wow. We've got a glass dome over here, it looks like. And yeah, of course it removed the netherrack and stuff like that. This is kind of neat. This is kind of neat. I almost don't want to ruin it by doing any more cubes over here. Of course, lava there. It's weird. Yeah, that is pretty kind of pretty cool. Kind of pretty cool. Oh, of course. Wow, pigmen ruined that. Oh, hello. Some of these little embers down in here. Ah, come on. There we go. Get the hit in. There we go. Got him. But yeah, I do want to be able to like run just in case. Alright, so I want to like just do that, and yeah, I can run off the edge there. Alright, let's do another one of these. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see what happens. It's a called art. Look up. Oh! This is so bad. Yeah, stay up. The last time this happened, I died. Yeah. Oh, am I gonna die? I think I'm gonna. That happened. Yeah, crashed. We don't have to worry about live. All right, loading back in from the crash, because pretty much when you get that one, it's gonna crash you. And am I not dead? Am I about to be dead? What the heck? Yes, about to be dead. Okay. Oh, goodness. That was just crazy. That was just crazy. Thought for a second I'm not gonna happen. Like I said, whenever you get that one, you're dead. dead. Good thing I don't have to worry about lives this playthrough. Let's go get our stuff back. I think maybe after that one, maybe I should just go ahead and wrap this one up, and we'll worry about the rest of those chance cubes at the beginning of the next episode. First I want to just go see how hard it is to get my stuff back. So we'll do that, and then we'll give our goodbyes. It does look like a bunch of that glass got broken somehow too. Oh goodness, and there's a thing in there. Can I get my stuff back before it... Shoot. Well, of course, breaking another rack with your fist is not a good idea. Okay. Apparently. It hurts. Okay. Can I get my grave? Yes. Nice. Okay, at least I can get my grave. We can get our stuff back in our hand here. There, yo-yo. Go away, Embers. We don't need you right now. Alright, let me put some of this stuff away. Goodness. Hello, Mr. Is that like a mini one? Yes, it is. It's a mini one. Crazy. Oh, oh, that's not a mini one. Okay, get away, get away. Oh, man. Everything's after me. No. Okay. Time to move away from there. Oh, goodness. Run away. Run away. Know when to run. Oh, the explosions. I'm going to be cleaning up this mess for a while. Oh, fiasco. Fiasco. Okay. Am I sort of safe for a second? Jeez. Jeez. Eat some food, heal up a little bit. But yeah, you can see that the emerald armor is very effective at keeping you alive. Very effective at keeping you alive. Oh my goodness, that was just that was so horrendous. So horrendous. Let's get back inside for a second. Oh goodness, guys. Yeah, we'll do the rest of those maybe at the beginning of the next episode as like a time lapse or something like that. Wow. Yeah, because we got a lot. We got all those. We still got 2 of the giant ones left. I don't know what that was doing for me, but maybe it was bad. Maybe it was good. You guys can let me know. In fact, I will hold off on recording the next one until I get a few responses on this one. If there's anything specific you guys would like to see me do, have any questions, all that other stuff. What did I just throw in there? All that other stuff. Was it something important? Hope not. Yeah, the glass stuff. Okay, anyway. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comments here. Yeah, I'm a little frazzled right now because of Crash plus all that excitement. All that excitement. Yeah, we're gonna need to yeah, things and stuff. One thing I think I will do between this episode next is I'm going to go ahead and I said I was going to upgrade my yo-yo, and we totally forgot to do that earlier. So that can, again, I poured the wrong thing. That I can do like right now. And yeah, we can do that. But the other thing I want to do between this episode next is go from a regular bow. I want to actually make a crossbow. And I will just go ahead and put that together off camera. Crossbow and bolts. Put that together off camera, and then we can I will just review the materials that I ended up using and all that stuff. So alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like, comment if you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, comments, questions, all that stuff down in the comments. Till then, I will catch you later. Bye-bye. So frazzled.